planned on doing this video yesterday when it was actually kind of decent, but it was really windy. And the idea was to be outside, giving you a tour of the Corvette, talking about the mods that I want to do. Unfortunately, it just didn't quite work out. So I'm going to try and remember the mods that I wish to do or that I already have in motion while I take you on a ride home with me. Lovely freeway stuff, but Columbus, Ohio, so it's not that bad. First mod, the very first thing that I purchased to modify the C6 was the C5 clutch pedal return spring, which makes for an easier pedal press. Not that I can't push the pedal, but I find it easier to modulate the clutch with a lighter pull. It's true of my motorcycles, and it'll most likely be very true of the Corvette. So I have the spring. It's $15 on Amazon. Apparently it's a super easy install. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Maybe this Sunday I'll show you guys. I'll do the video thing. We'll show how that's all done. So I have that ready to go. When I got the fluids done at Corvette Care, I also bought some leftover taillights from a incomplete project, and they're LED, not from a vendor that I'm familiar with. Of course, you can go on AliExpress or Alibaba and find these things everywhere. I won't claim that they're the quality of Morimoto. I have no idea. They came with resistors. I got to figure out how to get the resistors attached to something not plastic back there. But I do have them. They're actually the boxes in the back there. Maybe I'll take a close-up and show you that right here. So those are the two things I've already kind of started. Starting from the exterior, I guess, working our way in from front to back. I don't really have any plans to fix, or let me rephrase. I don't really have any plans to replace the Lexan headlight covers, even though mine are pretty badly crazed. I've seen the videos on how to do it, and I just do not, or I am not comfortable with putting my lights in an oven and having issues with the seal or the gasket, and not being able to get it back together properly and still have to get to work Monday morning. So we're not going to do it that way. What I'm going to do with it, I think, is do the sanding, with the high grit sandpaper and clear coating, and try and fix it that way. I've seen a couple videos on that. It's been mentioned on the forum. That's a project I know that I can accomplish in the required time frame, and if I screw it up, I still have headlights. So that's the direction I'm going to go with that. Marker lights. So currently the marker lights are stock. I'm going to pick up some from Vent Lights that are blacked out with the laser look to them, so they're LEDs with the line on them. Try and put a picture up right here and get those installed. Those are relatively affordable. I'll probably pick them up quickly here. They're, pretty cheap. To go with the headlights, staying in the front of the car, Vette Lights has the what do they call it? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Okay, we're going to put that up right here. Okay. Anyways, I want to install these side marker lights, or the daytime running lights. I'm sorry. I want to install the daytime running lights that change from the amber to the clear. That looks like a nice upgrade. Coming back on the exterior, I have the same problem with my clear target top that I have with the headlight covers. Very badly crazed. I don't know if you can see it in the video, probably not, but it's bad. So I may try to fix that the same way as the headlight covers. Seems reasonable that it should work for both. Guess we'll find out. I mean, I'll do a small area of it and see how it looks, but I can't imagine it's going to be any different. So the idea is to do that. Again, nothing that's going to leave me without a ride after working on it on Sunday. These are the concerns I have, because I don't have a full weekend. It is my daily. So anything that I'm going to do, it needs to be easy enough that I can get there in a short amount of time and not leave myself without a planned way to get to work in the mornings. Working our way towards the back of the car. We have the tail lights, as I mentioned. That's really kind of it for the exterior. I'm going to tint the windows, retint the windows. I don't know if that counts as exterior or interior. We'll call it exterior, even though it's really not. But we're going to retint the windows. Wheels are good. I like the wheels. I mean, I may pick up another set for doing autocross and stuff like that. Something that maybe a little bit wider, maybe some Grand Sport wheels, just for that. Strictly for track and or autocross. But yeah, I mean that's really about it for the exterior. I like the C6 look. Don't really want to mess with it too much. I like the red with the black. It's a subtle look to me, more so than the chrome on the wheels. Even though ZR1, if I had a ZR1, it would have to have chrome wheels. But I like the way it looks. Engine, I am not going to go nuts. Even though I actually have a Pro Charger on my wish list, I don't know if I'd pull the trigger on that. I watched a YouTube video. Oh my God, this guy's going to run me over. See him? Not his fault, he had nowhere to go. About being able to get a lot of horsepower out of an LS3 naturally aspirated. I think if I go any direction, it'll be that direction. I mean, no matter how you slice it, it's got to be more reliable than any kind of forced induction, right? So I'll probably go that way at some point. A lot of interior parts, I don't know, the cost may actually be greater doing it that way, but you can do it in stages. You don't have to do it all at once. So there's that. But like the very first thing I want to do for the engine part is get a cold air intake. I've been looking at them. I do not honestly see any kind of major difference between a semi-cheap version from Summit Racing and a K&N for $200 more. Like, I can't imagine that it flows that much more air. Oh, maybe. I don't know if anybody's done any kind of dyno checking on that. Speed Summit Racing. Like $300. Well, hell, that's a reasonable price. And I can do that in about an hour from everything I've seen. I should be able to get it in about an hour. Once I have the cold air intake done, let's see, cosmetics in the engine bay, maybe. I like the idea of the painted fluid caps, that kind of match the car color. I do like that. So I'll probably do that. I saw some interesting hoses that are the red hoses, Victory red hoses for like vacuum hoses and things like that. Like to do that. I love the idea of stainless steel braided lines wherever, with maybe red anodized, or red anodized, because all the engine's black. So red anodized fittings, fuel rail covers. The black with the red actually looks kind of cool, but I may go red with black. I may just paint them, as opposed to spending whatever god of awful amount of money it is to buy something like that. They want a lot of money for those things. Some of them look cool though, like the stuff that looks like carbon fiber. That is really neat looking, but it feels a little pretentious on a base that isn't going to benefit from fake carbon fiber anyways. So, if anything, I may just paint my fuel rail covers and call it good. What else underneath? Oh, the under hood pad that's just black. Probably going to get that. I've seen different ways. People have emblems that are like embroidered and attached to them, which look pretty cool with like Corvette logo. Somebody else mentioned that they had, or on the forums I saw anyways, mentioned that they got theirs painted. I'm not sure what kind of paint you would use for that. Something that's relatively heat resistant, I assume. But he said he had a local high school kid who was, a good artist do the work. Probably more affordable than paying a pro. Working our way down suspension bits. I'm going to have to replace my suspension at some point here. I don't know if I'm just going to go stock or maybe some kind of upgrade. I would like to get something that is a little either adjustable or a little more, I guess, road compliant, but still semi-track worthy. I don't even know if that's a thing. I mean, that's asking a lot from a set of suspension components. So we'll have to see how that goes. I haven't decided on the approach to that yet. Brakes. So I have the Z51, which means I have the 4-piston calipers. I think slightly larger rotors, and it should be fine for normal driving, normal track day every once in a while, autocross every so often. But I am a big fan of having excellent brakes as well as excellent suspension. So I will probably go to either, like a Wildwood big brake kit or Z06 brakes, Grand Sport brakes, same thing. Something along those lines, upgrading the brakes. That's going to be a pretty expensive endeavor unless I can find a wrecked Z06 somewhere and get some parts. If you know someone, let me know. So brakes all the way around. Which I guess that's not really, that's more exterior, but whatever. Back to the interior side of things. I have to put an MGW shifter in this. The shifter that's in here is ridiculous. Like the notchiest shifter I've ever felt in anything. I don't know why. I don't even know what it is. I'm going to have to get the console apart here and take a look at it and see which one it is. But it may be awesome. It may be a great Hurst shifter, but it's terrible for me. So MGW short shifter going in. I already mentioned the clutch pedal return spring, billet foot pedals. I will probably get the dash lights, you know, the gauge cluster done. Something with that. At a bare minimum, I'd like to get a little bit of red on the interior, so maybe some red bezels. But there's a place that does interesting things with gauge clusters, so I'll probably look more deeply into that. You know, maybe instead of a black background, a red background, something like that. The Corvette lettering on the dash, on the passenger side there. I want to. There's somebody makes like stickers that go inside there, turn it red. Seat covers that are red, black, more black than red. I don't want too much red in here, but you know, a little bit more wouldn't hurt. New steering wheel. You know, something nice, maybe with some red accents. Not sure. New head unit. The stock Bose thing is a piece of crap. Oh my god. How GM thought this was okay, even for 08. My 07 Infiniti has a way better entertainment system. Way better. And it's just a G35 sedan. So, I don't know what they're thinking. But probably Pioneer, and I will probably do speakers with it at the same time. That's one of those pretty straightforward things. Auto blip. I cannot heel toe. Never learned how. Honestly, I'm not sure how you would do it in this car anyways. I'm not sure what the right technique is. I don't know if my leg turns that way or not. Auto blip. Solve the problem. And there's the thing that lets you put like custom stuff in the driver information center in HUD. I don't know what that's called. I'll see if I can find a link or the name of it, put it right here. If not, I didn't find it. I know what it is, so I know I can find it. So I'll get that in. Let's see what else. Is that it for the interior? Mats. Probably Lloyd's mats, because those look cool. Everybody loves them. Sound deadening in the back. There's this cool like mats that you can put in that are supposed to do a great job of reducing road noise. So I'm going to get some because they're relatively inexpensive, and I will actually do a decibel test on my commutes to and from, with and without, and see where we end up with that. See if they actually work like they're supposed to. I am curious to know if it's all that noticeable or not. Alright, we are at the neighborhood, so if you're ready for ka-clunk, here we go. Ka-clunk, 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 ka-clunk. What's on the interior? I feel like I'm leaving out a bunch of stuff. LED interior lights, LED reverse lights, and plate. Oh, the most important thing, to me anyways, the most important thing to me, how the hell did I beat Will home? Now I forgot what I was going to say. Forgive my mess of a garage. The most important thing for me, what did I forget? Oh my goodness. I'll have to voice over that part. Now it went right out of my head of what it was. But I have a list, and I'll put it up with estimated prices, and we'll kind of see where we go from there. All right? Thanks for coming along on the ride. I appreciate it. You guys have a great one.